Mass rally protesting free-to-air TV licensing decision. 9 hurt by corrosive liquid at Chengsha 1 market. And banking giant JP Morgan fined $13 billion. Good evening. Dozens of protesters are still gathered outside the central government offices, making up the tail end of today's rally against the recent decision not to give Hong Kong television network a free-to-air TV license. HKTV supporters claim about 120,000 were at Tema earlier, while police say there were 20,000 at the peak of the rally. Around 60 HKTV workers have pledged to camp outside CGO until Tuesday, when the Executive Council will hold its next meeting. Protesters have been projecting HKTV dramas onto a screen there. As Stephanie Tree reports, they are unhappy with the government's decision-making process. And despite people taking to the streets today to protest against the decision not to grant a license to Hong Kong television network, officials continue to insist the decision was fair and just. Evelina Leung has that story. One of the recently elected members of the Arts Development Council says EXCO's decision to grant only 2 additional free-to-air TV licenses won't substantially change Hong Kong's media scene. Lo Wai Luk also says the government has remained silent over the rejection of Hong Kong Television Network's application because it has no substantive reasons to back its decision.
In an exclusive interview with TVB, Lo Wai Luk joined a chorus of voices slamming EXCO's decision not to grant Hong Kong Television Network a free-to-air TV license. He believes the granting of 2 additional licenses will not result in more competition in the television market.
The fact is, this decision does not alter the media ecology. So because the Hong Kong TV is a major competitor of TVB, because it will produce drama. So this decision means that we will keep the pleasant media ecology. We will keep the status quo of the Hong Kong media.
Lo also said the government has remained silent over the reasons leading to EXCO's decision because it lacks a solid explanation.
The government not refusing to give us an explanation, what do you think that reflects?
It reflects the reason is not strong.
On a different note, Lo spoke of a need to regulate the activity of street performers in Hong Kong. Mong Kok's busy pedestrian zone has become the stage for many such artists, which has resulted in an increasing number of complaints. Lo says these artists add to Hong Kong's character, but rules should be put in place forbidding dangerous performances and setting where and at what time of the day they are allowed to take place.
In other news, 9 people were injured early today after they were hit by drain-cleaning liquid during an argument between 2 stallholders at a Chengsha 1 market. Some of the victims suffered severe burns. Rachel Leung reports. Overseas now, US banking giant JP Morgan Chase is set to pay a massive $13 billion fine to settle investigations into mortgage-backed securities it sold prior to the financial crisis of 2008. But as Tony Sabine reports, that doesn't mean the firm is off the hook. Back locally, new MTR smart tickets for single journeys came into use today. As Kurtin Ndwani reports, for passengers using the new tickets, it's touch and go at the entry gate and insert an exit when they arrive at their destinations. Sports. In the English Premier League, Manchester United and Southampton played to a 1-1 draw at Old Trafford. United are now 8 points behind Arsenal, who beat Norwich 4-1 last night. Jameson Wong has other action, beginning with Liverpool and Newcastle United. And finally, a violin played by the Titanic's bandmaster as the ill-fated vessel sank was sold for $1.4 million at auction in England yesterday. The auctioneer says it fetched a world record amount.
It is iconic. It represents bravery in human nature, the way this young man and his colleagues and all the people that behaved bravely on the ship stayed and fulfilled their duty.
Band leader Wallace Hartley played the instrument trying to calm passengers as the ship slipped into the frozen waters of the North Atlantic in April 1912. Hartley and his 7 band members were all died after choosing to play on. The violin had collectors from all over the world bidding. The anonymous winning buyer is a collector from the United Kingdom. It's mainly fine tomorrow with a top temperature of around 28 degrees, staying fine and dry going into the week. That's all the news for now. Good night.